In this video, I'm going to be telling you guys every single character's worst matchup. And don't worry, this isn't just my opinion. I have been searching through multiple top player matchup charts to kind of work out and get a consensus of what the top players think is the worst matchup for every single character. So starting it off, we have Mario, who is terrible against Shulk. Big long sword against the stubby, chubby little plumber man does not go well for Mario in neutral. It's also very hard for Mario to get kills. He cannot really edge guard Shulk, and trying to get in close to land his up smash is a nightmare against Shulk's big sword. However, on the other side, Shulk can easily just keep Mario far away with his big sword and also land edge guards on Mario very easily as well. The thing Shulk has an advantage over the other sword characters is on top of all this, he can also switch it up with the Monados, for example going into shield mode, making it very hard for Mario to even land any combos on Shulk. For Donkey Kong, his toughest matchup is Mr. Game & Watch. Pretty much, Game & Watch takes Donkey Kong to the circus every time he lands a hit in neutral. Donkey Kong cannot get down to the ground, and Mr. Game & Watch racks up plenty of damage, and can also go off stage and land brutal edge guards as well. For Link, his toughest matchup is Lucina. The combination of a sword that outranges Link's and also comes out quicker than Link's in neutral, combined with the speed of Lucina that she's able to quickly maneuver around Link's projectiles and knock him off stage, and get brutal edge guards with the counter and with her sword, is absolutely horrific for Link. For Samus, it is Palutena. Palutena can completely outdamage Samus, get in very quickly around Samus's projectiles, and then can just combo the heck out of her. She also of course has the mix up of if Samus throws out the charge shot and the Palutena can just down B and reflect it straight back and hit Samus in the face, meaning the charge shot is not as much of a threat as it is in other matchups. For Yoshi, it is also Palutena. Yoshi really struggles when he gets outrange. For example, any sword character like Lucina is tough for Yoshi, but Palutena outranges him and combos him very hard as well. Yoshi is used to being able to escape combos with his great nair and weird floatiness, but Palutena does not care about that. She can still combo him very hard. Palutena can also edgeguard Yoshi very hard, and Yoshi, he cannot do the same. How are you going to edgeguard a character that can teleport back to stage? Kirby's toughest matchup is Samus. How do you get in? Like, how does this little stubby pink little fluff ball get in against Samus and her long range? She has her Zair, she has her forward air, she has the charge shot. It is brutal for Kirby to try and land a hit at all in neutral. And even if you do manage to get the power up and get the charge shot as Kirby, it is still tough because Samus can still camp you. She has the side Bs as well as the neutral B, and that is going to out camp Kirby no matter what. For Fox, his most difficult matchup is Mr. Game & Watch. Fox loves to try and mix up on shields with landing aerials into up tilt, landing aerials into grab. That is how he gets all his confirms. Mr. Game & Watch says no. He will up B straight out of there every time. He can also combo Fox really hard because Fox is a fast faller, and he is an expert at catching Fox's recovery. If Fox tries to side B or up B, it doesn't matter. Back air is going to cover that no matter what. For Pikachu, even though this character is busted, if you know anything about ESAM, you know that Mr. Game & Watch is Pikachu's toughest matchup. Ness is up there as well, but Ness, at least Pikachu can land edge guards on. You can't edge guard Mr. Game & Watch. Pickle can't juggle Mr. Game & Watch, and you can't even Thunder Jolt in neutral because Mr. Game & Watch is going to suck it up in his bucket and kill you at 10%. Mr. Game & Watch is also a character that can edge guard Pikachu quite well with his very large and very lingering hitboxes. All in all, it is a very tough time for Pikachu to land a hit in neutral, in advantage, and even trying to make it back to stage. For Luigi, it is the Belmont. Simon and Richter, how the hell do you get your hands on these guys? They are always chucking out stuff, keeping Luigi very far away, and it is very tough for Luigi to get in and try and even land a single hit in neutral against these camping beasts. For Ness, it is Lucina. Ness has always struggled with sword characters, and Lucina is just a very speedy sword character, which makes it even worse. It is very tough for Ness to land a single hit in neutral. And even when he does, it is difficult to combo Lucina. She can up B out of the forward air chains. She can even up B out of PK Fire whenever she wants, which is a great mix-up. Meanwhile, the other way around, Ness does not have many mix-ups when he's a disadvantage against Lucina. She can juggle him very easily and edge guard him very, very easily. You can't even try and air dodge back to ledge because she is going to down tilt that every time and keep you off stage and go down there for the cheeky edge guards. For Captain Falcon, Mr. Game & Watch is back again, and Fatality definitely agrees. He hates this matchup so much. It's very hard for Captain Falcon to land a hit on Mr. Game & Watch in neutral because of his small size and because of his ginormous neutral air. And if Captain Falcon does get hit by the neutral air, he is in for the ride of his life. It's so easy for Mr. Game & Watch to combo Captain Falcon forever. Very similar to how Mr. Game & Watch dominates Donkey Kong. Captain Falcon is going to get edge guarded forever. And the other way around, Captain Falcon loves to go for edge guards. You can't do that on this character. Mr. Game & Watch's recovery is so good. Captain Falcon is going to be landing 0 down airs off stage. For Jigglypuff, her worst matchup is Lucina. The speed and the long range once again destroys Jigglypuff. This is a character that relies on being in the air for the entire game, and Lucina is far better in the air than Jigglypuff, which destroys her whole game. It's so hard for her to get any hit in neutral because Lucina's just going to be swinging her sword around and stopping Jigglypuff in her tracks. For Peach, the worst matchup is Shulk. Shulk can keep Peach out all day, and it's very hard for Peach to get in there and get her combos started. And similar to Mario as well, Peach loves combos, and even as she does get in, Shulk can mix it up with the shield mode, mix it up with the different Monados, and make it very hard for Peach to land any combos on Shulk. And Shulk can definitely edge guard Peach as well. Peach loves to like stall out with float and kind of trick you up and like, oh, are you going to be able to reach me off stage? Shulk is going to be able to reach you off stage. Have you seen that forward air? He is just going to swing that thing and hit Peach right in the face when she's coming back. For Bowser, the worst matchup is Greninja because, you know, water beats fire. But in all seriousness, Greninja is incredible versus Bowser. He can keep Bowser at bay in neutral by camping him really hard, and then when Greninja does want to go in, he can combo Bowser for days. He doesn't care about your down air mix-ups, your down B mix-ups, because Greninja is meeting you in the air to juggle you. Greninja is so quick, he gets up there very fast and can juggle Bowser, edge guard Bowser very easily. There's also little things like using Shadow Sneak to get around Fire Breath and hit him from the back, but yeah, overall this character is way too fast and way too good at juggling for Bowser to deal with. Ice Climbers, very similar to Luigi, they want to get the grab and that is their game plan, and the Belmonts are having none of it. Like, when are you ever going to be able to get in with Ice Climbers against the Belmonts? This character is not fast at all, terrible in the air, pretty much the same as Luigi. You're not going to have a good time against the Belmonts if you are not quick in the air and able to get over stuff and hit people with landing aerials to start your advantage state. Luigi and Ice Climbers both want to stay on the ground, try and get in for a grab, and it is just not happening. And also very similar to Luigi, Ice Climbers are not good at edge guarding, which is the one thing you really want to take advantage of when you're versing the Belmonts, is when you have them off stage, and the Ice Climbers are not very good at edge guarding them. For Sheik, aka what Void thinks of the matchup is that Pikachu and Pichu are the worst matchups. These characters are very difficult to win neutral against. Even though Sheik might have the best neutral, if not one of the best neutrals in the entire game, Pichu and Pikachu match her in having that great neutral, but Pikachu and Pichu are going to out-damage Sheik severely, edge-guard Sheik much harder than Sheik can edge-guard them, and they of course can land the kills much easier than Sheik. So that's pretty much it. They both have similar tools to win neutral, but when Pikachu and Pichu get in, they are going to kill Sheik, and they're going to do a lot more damage to Sheik. For Zelda, Greninja comes back in again being her worst matchup. It's very hard for her to get her thing started, get out the Phantom, if Greninja is quickly chucking shurikens her way. And Zelda without her projectiles is going to be a very slow character that is not going to be able to keep up with Greninja in neutral. She has no quick moves to stop Greninja jumping around, and Greninja is so fast that he can run in and out and punish Zelda and really get his advantage state going. And he doesn't need to rely on edge guards to kill Zelda, because her teleport recovery is really good, but Greninja can definitely get the kills with just a down tilt up smash or a forward air in neutral. Dr. Mario, very similar to Mario, his worst matchup is Shulk. Stubby, chubby, and now slow Plumber Man definitely does not have a chance against this big sword character. Pichu, his worst matchup is Snake. It is very hard for Pichu to actually get his combos going on Snake because of the reason that Snake has that grenade he can pull out frame 1 and disrupt a lot of multi-hit combos. And Snake is more than happy to trade and get his way out of combos with grenades because Pichu is going to get close to death percent way sooner than Snake is, and you already know that up tilt is killing Pichu at like 90%. Pichu is usually also really good at edge guarding, however his forward air and back air are multi-hits and are not going to break the cipher. Although if Snake goes low, the down air is really good, but let's be real, we all know how snakes just love to go really high, and so it is going to be a huge struggle for Pichu to eventually land a kill on Snake, while once again Snake can just land like any move at 90% and Pichu is going to go flying off the screen. For Falco, his worst matchup is Pikachu. If you guys are going to a party later, feel free to take a drink every time I say Pikachu because this character is a lot of characters' worst matchups. But for Falco, he is going to get demolished off stage by Pikachu, and obviously Falco is not going to hit Pikachu anywhere near as hard off stage in return. Falco relies a lot on getting his combos started, and Pikachu is a very hard character to not only get your combo started because he's so defensive and so quick in neutral, but he is not an easy character to combo because of his weight and his size. Whereas Pikachu is going to have a field day comboing Falco. Alright, for Marth, it is also Pikachu is going to be his worst matchup. Pikachu is a very small character, which is annoying for Marth because he's going to have to swing his sword at the same time if he's going to be able to hit Pikachu in neutral, which is just easy parries for Pikachu. Pikachu is just too fast for Marth in neutral. He's going to be able to decide when he wants to engage with Marth or when he wants to just sit back and throw out Thunder Jolts to help his approach. With Pikachu's quick attack, it is very hard to land an edge guard, and even ledge trapping is tough because the Pikachus can chuck out Thunder Jolts that go up and cover their ledge get up. And for this reason, it is also why Lucina's worst matchup is Pikachu. Very similar to Marth, you're not going to be able to kill Pikachu with edge guards. You're not going to be able to ledge trap Pikachu. Pikachu's down air can actually trade with Marth and Lucina's up B, leading to a spike. So yeah, not a fun matchup for Marth and Lucina. For Young Link, it is going to be Shulk. Shulk can swing his way straight through all of Young Link's projectiles and hit him very hard and edgeguard him very hard. Young Link has absolutely no range in the matchup, and because Young Link is a character that kind of usually forces his opponents to approach, it means the Shulk can just slow down the game whenever he wants. So if he wants to use the Smash Monado, sure, use the Smash Monado. If it runs out, just sit back while the Young Link's trying to camp you and then wait for the Smash Monado to recharge and come back again. It is very hard for Young Link to get the kill on Shulk because once you get to high percent, you can just abuse that shield Monado and Young Link is going to have no chance to try and get the kill, especially when he is not good at edge guarding. And flipping it the other way around, of course, Shulk is going to have a field day when Young Link is off stage trying to recover back to stage with his poor recovery. Shulk is just going to forward air that all day. For Ganondorf, his worst matchup, well, guess who? It's Pikachu, and this might be the worst matchup in the entire game. Ganondorf versus Pikachu. Ganondorf, he has no chance. Pikachu combos him so hard, edge guards him so hard, wins neutral so hard. There is no way that a Ganondorf and a Pikachu, who are kind of equal level players, there's no way that Ganondorf is going to win. He has absolutely nothing going for him in the matchup other than he has a lot of range. But that doesn't matter because the Pikachu can just sit back and throw out neutral bees and then come in with those, because Ganondorf is so slow, you're not going to be able to stop Pikachu just disengaging whenever he wants. Now for Mewtwo, his worst matchup is Falco. Especially now with Falco's buffs, his combos got even better, and Falco can combo Mewtwo like there's no tomorrow. He's giant, he's floaty, he is definitely combo food for Falco. The Reflector, of course, is great in neutral for Falco as well. Mewtwo is not going to be able to just sit back and camp out, because if he chucks out a fully charged Shadow Ball, he might just die at 40%. So he's got to approach, and he's not going to outdamage Falco when he does approach, because when Falco gets started in advantage state, it is nuts for Mewtwo. For Roy, his worst matchup is Pichu. What do you want to do against little old Pichu? You want to keep him away from you. That little monster does so much damage when he's in. But Roy's tip of his sword is super weak. Roy needs to get in really close. And when you're having a really close combat battle with Pichu, Pichu is going to come out on top. Pichu's damage output and combo power is so much better than Roy's. And Pichu can also go absolutely nuts off stage to destroy Roy. And if the Roy tries to play it really safe and keep Pichu out, his damage output is just going to be absolutely terrible. Getting the wet noodle hits over and over again is just not going to work. For Chrom, Chrom struggles a lot with Joker. Obviously, Joker has an amazing neutral, amazing juggle game, but what it really comes down to in the end is Joker is great at edge guarding Chrom, and Chrom is not great at all at edge guarding Joker the other way. With Chrom, you definitely have the chance of just dying at 20 to Joker, especially when he has Arsene and he has that giant counter out that is going to hit Chrom's recovery so easily. And Chrom is not able to edgeguard Joker, because obviously Chrom, he can't go very low off stage to edgeguard with his recovery, and so Joker can just go low and tether to the ledge every time. For little Game & Watch, this pesky character, you guys might want to pick up this character, because obviously Game & Watch is a pain to deal with, but not if you are playing Zero Suit Samus. She can outrange, outmaneuver Game & Watch in neutral with her amazing speed. And even with that little bastard's up B, Zero Suit Samus can still get her combos going. You cannot up B out of ZSS combos. She is going to land that up air, up air, up air, up B on you. And you are going to die early because you are playing a little flat 2D piece of shit. Zero Suit does not need to commit to anything risky, so Game & Watch is going to have a very tough time killing her. He's not going to land any smash attacks on neutral, and her recovery is one of, if not the best in the game for not getting edge guarded. Right up there with Pikachu and Pichu and Sheik. Game & Watch is going to have a very tough time trying to land an edge guard on this character, but he has to go for it, because it's the only way he's going to get a kill. Meta Knight's worst matchup is also Zero Suit Samus. He needs to get in there and land a dash attack to get his advantage state started, but it is so hard to catch this slippery little character that is Zero Suit Samus. She can play neutral so well around Meta Knight, jumping around, flipping around, chucking out Zares to stop him in his tracks. And the fact that Meta Knight is a character that likes to play so grounded, it also means that ZSS can actually land some grabs and it not be the riskiest thing in the world. And of course, similar to Game & Watch, Meta Knight, he really needs to land edge guards if he wants to get kills, and Zero Suit Samus is just going to say no. She's going to flip kick over you, she's going to tether straight to the ledge, she's just going to go really low and then recover. This character is far too tricky for Meta Knight to consistently edgeguard. So for Pit and Dark Pit, Zero Suit Samus once again comes back. Did I say Pikachu? Maybe it should be the Zero Suit Samus drinking game. She can do what Pit and Dark Pit do, but just much faster and with more range. She is a much better character in neutral than both these characters. When they're above her and disadvantaged, they don't really have good options at all for coming down to the ground, so she can just keep chucking out those up airs or catching their landings. They also are not great characters for up being and snapping to the ledge when they recover, so ZSS can charge up that down smash and time it really well because of how linear Pit and Dark Pit's up Bs are. And of course, once again, they're not going to be able to land arrows. They're not going to be able to land edge guards against Zero Suit Samus because her recovery is too good. So it is going to be a pain to try kill her. So what is a good character versus ZSS, I might hear you say? Well, it is Wolf. He is a character that actually outdamages her in the combo area. Usually Zero Suit Samus is a very difficult character to combo because of her thin body, because she's able to just flip kick out of there. But Wolf's combos, they are still going to work on ZSS, and they're going to get her to kill percent very quickly because she is so light. The thing that you need against the Zero Suit Samus is just quick aerials and safe aerials in neutral to stop her jumping around with her speed and playing her game, and Wolf is great at this. His neutral air, his forward air are giant, and they are great at stopping her in neutral, and he can even just start chucking out the back airs when she's at 100% because it'll definitely kill her. She also can't just like camp him with Zair forever because he can just sit back and shoot you with a gun, and every time it hits it's doing like 11%. So he does kind of force her to approach, and then yeah, when she approaches she's got to get through his great aerials. And the easiest way to kill a Wolf is to get him off stage and land an edge guard, and Zero Suit Samus is just not the best edge guarding character in the world. So she's also going to have a bit of a struggle trying to kill Wolf because he isn't the lightest character in the world. But where Wolf is not going to have the problem the other way around because yeah, back air is killing at 100%. Hey, guess what? We're back on the ZSS train. I can promise this is the last ZSS bad matchup for a while, but Wario, he really struggles with Zero Suit Samus. He's a chubby little man, and he is not able to keep up with the fit, athletic Zero Suit Samus. She outranges him in neutral. She does not let him jump around and be all floaty in the air because their up air and juggling tools are so good that Wario is not able to play his jumpy, floaty around, I'll wait in the air and try and outspace you game that he likes to play. She is so safe on shield. Wario is not going to be able to land his forward air and neutral air out of shield on anything Zero Suit does. She is also able to get kills just very early randomly. So like, although Wario has to wait ages and ages and try and charge up his waft, it's likely not going to happen because Zero Suit can land there at 40% and also kill you. But she doesn't need to wait for the waft. She could just do nair into flip kick, nair into some up air combos on the platforms. And so she pretty much always has that threat of being able to kill Wario at like 40 or 50%. But Wario doesn't have that. He's got to wait 2 minutes, and it might not happen because Zero Suit Samus is a quick, fast-paced character. For Snake, this is actually a very interesting matchup that I didn't really know much about before doing this video, but Mega Man is a really tough one for Snake. The lemons that Mega Man shoots out will blow up the grenades, so Mega Man actually has the power of choosing when to blow up Snake's grenades, and if the Snake tries to throw it when Mega Man is shooting lemons, it's just going to blow up right in Snake's face. So Mega Man can actually camp Snake harder than Snake can camp. Forward air and down air are both great at beating out the Cypher, so Mega Man can actually edgeguard Snake quite well. And if the Snake goes really high, Mega Man can chuck out those up airs that are going to stop the grenades falling down, stop Snake trying to get down to the ground. Now, what is the counter for a character that is a swordy but is very slow and takes a while to get his moves out? Well, the answer is a very quick swordy, and Roy is just that. Roy is just far too fast for Ike in neutral. Roy just gets in there really quick, stops Ike from being able to set up anything, stops Ike from being able to keep his distance. Roy is just way too quick for Ike. Roy also has the counter, which is great for stopping Ike's side B, stopping Ike's up B. Roy is just a great quick character for shutting down Ike. Now, Pokemon Trainer is interesting because it's got to be a character that is the best against Squirtle, the best against Ivysaur, and the best against Charizard, and Young Link is exactly that. For Squirtle, it is really hard for him to get in and land a combo on Young Link because Young Link is so great at playing defensive and outranging Squirtle. For Ivysaur, the character that usually comes out that likes to camp, Young Link has about 3 projectiles coming out every time the Ivysaur gets out one. Young Link's camping game is way too quick for Ivysaur. And then finally for Charizard as well, it's a big heavy in neutral. trying to get around young Link's projectiles. He's not going to have a good time. So young Link is a great character at shutting down all 3 of Pokemon trainers' Pokemon. For Diddy Kong, his worst matchup is Pikachu. Pikachu is a character that is great at avoiding Diddy Kong's banana game because Pikachu loves to be in the air chucking out thunders to approach with. Especially if Pikachu gets his hands on Diddy Kong's banana, he is able to camp Diddy Kong so hard, and it is so frustrating for the Diddy Kong player to try and get in on a character that has a banana and is shooting out thunder jolts. Like, how do you beat that neutral? Pikachu, of course, as well, is great at edge guarding Diddy Kong, can stop the barrels, can stop the flip kick so easily with the down B thunder, with the neutral B to snipe him off stage, with the lingering nair, the lingering back air, or just going down there with the spike. Pikachu's edge guards on Diddy Kong are brutal. So yeah, Pikachu is great at edge guarding Diddy Kong and great in neutral, and just plays so safe that Diddy Kong is going to have a very tough time landing hits and getting the kill. Lucas, another Psy Magnet boy with a poor recovery. The devil Lucina is back. She is so fast at getting over Lucas's zoning game that his zoning is not effective at all versus Lucina. And without his zoning game, he does not have much range, and of course Lucina does. She can juggle Lucas really easily as well with her range. She is great at edge guarding Lucas, similar to how she's great at edge guarding Ness. And so yeah, both the Onit boys are not good versus Lucina at all. Now for Sonic, although it might seem like if you're playing him online, he has no bad matchups, offline is a whole different story, and Sonic's worst matchup is Roy. Roy keeps up the speed, keeps up the pressure, and does not allow Sonic to get his slow camping game started because Roy is speedy enough to keep up with Sonic. And because he is able to get in nice and close to Sonic because Sonic doesn't have much range, and the Roy is just going to be out damaging Sonic every time he wins neutral because he is a much better character than Sonic is at playing the close-up, fight-em-out game.
He wants one final read to end it all.
That's it! That's it! Good lord!